Hello, and welcome to Dreamwalker, Episode 14, The Wayward Apprentice, The Dream Session. We're going to start introductions. I am GM David, and we're going to start with Lux. So Lux, if you could introduce your character, and what would satisfy your character's desire or fear?
I be Lux Tenebris, Dwarven Cleric of Kelos, and satisfying his fear or his desire. Well, his desire is justice in the eyes of Kelos. So as long as the evil is punished and the good is triumphant, that would satisfy him just right.
Great, thank you. Largershak, if you could introduce yourself and tell us what would satisfy your desire or fear.
Hello, my friends. I am Largershak, and to satisfy my desire is to create safety, not just for myself, but for all those around me, for all of Manara.
Excellent, thank you. And the same question for you, Gurug.
After the game, do I need to act like work or?
It's up to you.
I mean,
you can talk in your voice. It's just fine.
Yeah, it's 100% what's comfortable for you. I do a silly voice for Lux because I have a amazing bad Scottish accent.
Oh, okay. I just because of circumstances will talk normally. Okay. I'm Gorag. I grew up in a tribe. I grew up in a tribe of orcs who specialized for hunting monsters. And one night, an army of bandits attacked my village and killed almost everyone. A few of us are survived. So my desire is revenge, to kill undead army and that knight who led them. And my fear is that I will fail in that.
Excellent, thank you. All right. We open in the Academy of Nerekhall. The Shard Seekers have been summoned there to assist with a search and rescue. The Shard Seekers received this note 2 days ago and set out right away. And you guys have just arrived, and I'll read the note for you. Shard Seekers, we implore you, respond in a timely manner, as this task is urgent. The good Lord Ainsley Cromwell's only daughter has been attacked and gone missing from the Academy of Nerekhall. We fear the worst, and we are calling all able-bodied adventurers in the region to investigate, search, and assist. So, you have traveled to Nerekhall and to the Academy of Nerekhall. As you enter, you've seen the outer wall somewhat damaged and several ironbound there looking like it's protecting them. As you enter the academy, you notice something unusual: grass. It seems to be the only place in all of Nerekhall that has gardens and grass. This place is opulent. Looks as if the richest of the rich come here for education. This has got to be like the most ridiculous spending of wealth you have ever seen in education. As you enter, you see damage on some of the fields from what looks like a battle. And as you enter the academy, you see lots of other adventurers and people running around everywhere. It looks almost like a hornet's nest has been stirred up. But I guess that's what's going to happen when the richest of the richest children are attacked. So it looks like they're quartering off and organizing search parties. You've been instructed by Magistrate Edwin Call as you entered Nerekhall to speak with the headmaster of Barden Moor. And you find yourself waiting outside of his office for his door to open. You have a few moments to discuss.
Well, Lux is just gonna, kind of sit quietly and see what we were summoned here about.
Largershak is dozing off.
Just then, the door opens and out comes, looks to be an adventuring party of nobles. They seem like they have just the best of equipment. Just as you're well-accomplished adventurers yourselves, you see that they're a little bit ridiculous in the things that they purchased. It seems almost as if no practical use. If I could get a average perception check from everyone individually, please.
Average, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And Grog, average is 2 purples.
Okay, I know. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Purple. Perception. Give me a moment.
It's fine.
This isn't funny. Sorry. I'm really sorry, guys.
It's no worries. If you have any questions, if you're new to Roll20 or whatnot, let us know. We're not going to bite your head off or anything. We're going to help you out, because that's what we're all about.
Okay, I'm on tablet, who's have 1 gigabyte of RAM memory, so you can't help.
That is something that we unfortunately can't help with.
Yeah, we can't fix that. All right. As you're looking for that, we can resolve any threat or advantages you get once you roll. I'll go ahead and get started.
Am I roll?
Yeah, you did. Great. Okay, so Lux and Largershak, as they walk by, you will hear them say under their breath, "Filthy shard seekers. Bunch of pretenders. They say they saved a bunch of children and killed a necromancer. You're right. Just look at them. They've got nothing. They're beggars of beggars. How could they accomplish such a feat? Bunch of hypocrisy and lies, I think," as they walk by.
Before they get out of the way, Lux would respond to that, but I didn't want to interrupt the narrative, so just let me know when it's good for you that Lux responds to that.
Go for it.
As they say by and talking, Lux, you might want to speak up louder if you want some of us to hear. Not all of us are as tall or as young as you guys are. But, we have done our fair share. We rescued some children, we killed the necromancer, and we didn't need all of Daddy's money to do it either.
He raises an eyebrow. Right. Just a bunch of lies. He turns and he walks away. The door opens to Headmaster Moore's office.
Did you want me to do anything for the thread I got on there? Did you just want to distrain or something?
Nope. We'll leave those alone.
Just wanted to check.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay, so as this door opens, you see inside a disheveled man. There's papers everywhere, map on the wall, some maps on the desk. It looks like people have been coming in and out of here, and he's been organizing everything. And he waves you in. Come in. Have a seat. How do I hail you? Who are you?
I'm Lux. This is Largershak. And that's Grug.
We are shard keepers.
Ah, yes, the shard seekers. Oh my.
The seekers, sorry.
1 second, and he'll raise his hand. Paige, please close the door. Paige will come running and close the door. Yes, thank you for coming. Magistrate Call has informed me of your just wonderful contributions to Nerekhall. I think, if anybody can figure out what happened and possibly rescue poor Vivian or find the body or anything, add any sort of resolution, it will be you. All these other adventures seem to turn up nothing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what happened. So 8 days ago, during the 4th day of the Wayward Collegiate Symposium, we had an attack on one of the wings of the Academy. It was the girls' dormitory, and it looks as if one man or 2 or 4, we're not sure, entered the halls and started slaying the students. Fortunately, there was a set of guards and ironbound there to pick up Vivian Cromwell and escort her back into Nerekhall proper to her father. And then the ironbound seemed to go crazy and start attacking things, and from what we know, they were destroyed and the men were slaughtered. and most of the dormitory was killed. It looks as if there was a battle with the Cromwell girl. We think perhaps that she was able to defend herself, and her roommate seemed to have escaped unharmed, but her story is very confused. From there, it looks like the battle escalated and moved out this dormitory into the city and towards the wall. And very strangely, the wall seemed to have fallen inward, and we can't make head or tails of that. But shortly thereafter, the trail ends, and we're unable to tell, did Vivian get captured or get away or anything. We have some assurances from her cousin that it was in fact Vivian's magic that was used, and that's what's caused the scarring on the dormitory and the city. Do you have any questions so far? Okay, so we're currently searching for a trail and any sort of clues as to what may have happened after. We're still confused as to even the event. The poor roommate, Maria Kedre, she is quite a mess, the poor girl. And we have a very difficult time really getting anything much out of her other than there were strange men and the blood seemed to have disappeared. It's very confusing. Also, something confusing is we have no other witnesses of the battle with Vivian or entry into the school. Yes, and so that's about where things stand. You're welcome to investigate the grounds or speak with Maria, and any insight that you can provide would be extremely helpful. Also, a slight wrinkle. Her cousin, you may know him, Mitchell Cromwell. He's quite in a... Well, let's just say we're afraid he may do something reckless. And we've been assured by Magistrate Carl that you guys would be absolutely the best to not only protect him if this attack was motivated by his family or because of what one of the Cromwells has done. So we need someone to keep an eye on him, both to protect him and to prevent him from doing something reckless. And he's just absolutely in a bother about finding Vivian. So you could be of assistance there. And of course, we don't expect you to do this out of the goodness of your heart, even though you've done so much for Nerekhall already in that. We will be offering a pay for you.
How much?
It would be 75 silver for each of you.
115.
Well, I'm not authorized to do quite that, but let me see. What sort of check would you like to make to influence him and the pay?
Let me see. Okay. Just give me a moment, guys.
Sure.
No worries, bud.
Here are some options. These would be the social skills. You could attempt a charm, or negotiation, or deceit, or leadership, or coercion.
It will be, I think, maybe I can try coercion.
Okay. So coercion usually implies a threat. How would you like
not
to...
usually. Coercion is threatening.
Yeah, it just is.
I know.
100%.
Just checking. Deception, it will be some kind of lying. Am I
Correct.
right?
Right.
Yes.
So, let me say
Basically,
like this.
charm is playing nice, like, complimenting him or sucking up, making him like you. Deception is lying. Coercion is threats. And then negotiation is just negotiating.
I will tell him, well, nobody else can find her. Maybe we can't too, but at least we want money for what we are doing. It's not easy task. It's obvious. So please give us more money, or you can try to find it by yourself.
Yeah, that's a pretty good threat. So his difficulty for coercion would be 1 red and 1 purple. If you could.
Just give me a moment. 1 red and 1 purple. Okay, 1,
Nick, I'll fix that.
1.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to sync the the story points and then I accidentally used one.
Lux, if you want to check your story points, it should be 3-1 right now.
Yep, I already did.
Awesome.
Okay, coercion.
Okay.
Am I roll?
You failed with threat.
Of course.
He'll respond. Well, yes, it does seem that we are in need of you, and we would be sorely at a loss without you. I simply cannot go higher than this already. Each player would get 1 check, and Grog, you have used your check. Largashak or Lux, you are welcome to perform a check as well.
I mean, the problem with that is Lux doesn't really care about money, so
He's just gonna
Yeah.
accept. Yeah.
he's good. Like, he wants to help people, so he's fine with 75 silver.
Yeah,
Like,
Largashok is also 575 silvers. He's not very concerned about that.
Okay.
Well, look, Lux, if you get more money, you can spend more money to helping people.
I mean, that's true, but Lux has already got quite a bit of cash out of him, like, and he's well equipped, and you know, he's a man of the cloth.
Damn it.
Okay. So Barden, Mr. Moore here, he will say, yes, so 75 silver is what I can authorize, and I'm sorry I can't do any more. Will you still help us?
Aye, that's fine.
Largashok he'll say, "Are you sure we're the ones, my friend? Are you sure you want us babysitting Mitchell Cromwell? We have a history with that family."
Yes, the nasty business with cultists. Well, the good Ainsley, he says that, Mitchell needs a good keeper, and that his temper can get the better of him sometimes. And he thinks that perhaps you guys can offset that a bit. And he's very hopeful that you will actually be able to protect him. You see, there's some suspicion that this attack was politically motivated due to what happened with Faltus and his position in the city.
Largashok will
So-
not say very, very well.
So you see, nobody see no one strange that enters in school.
Correct. It's very unusual. There should be some witness of some kind other than the roommate. We're just unsure why. We've had some mages from the city attempt scrying spells to decipher what have occurred, and it's just mixed results. And frankly, it just seemed to get them all hot and bothered and arguing with each other.
That's what
Okay.
happened when you get them scholarly types together.
Yes.
Maybe somebody attacked from in the school, somebody who is already in academy.
That would be truly sad, to know that someone from within our walls would hate us so much to do such a horrible act.
I would like to roll a check to see if he's lying.
Go for it. It's vigilance, and vigilance is opposed by deception, I believe, right?
Well, technically, if he's lying, this is where Genesis is a little weird. If he's lying, he needs to roll deception against vigilance because it's important who the active roller is.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? Vigilance is almost always passive.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So it's two purple. So go ahead, you can roll it. I have 2 greens vigilance.
that doesn't quite work though, because he would only use deceit if he is lying, and if he rolls deceit, then it tells the players whether he is or is not lying.
No.
All right.
Well, that's where you can always just have, if he's not lying, there's two ways to handle it, and that is just say he's not lying, or the other is to roll a deception against a standardized difficulty if you are going for something like seeing if there's threat or despair or something to throw in there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like just using a standard difficulty.
He's not lying about this. He may have other motives within the school, but not about this.
And that could also be the other thing is, if he's lies by omission are lies.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he's holding something back, that's still a deception against vigilance.
Bah. Meta knowledge. Let's see. All right, so he's gonna roll something.
Yeah, the thing with the meta knowledge is you just gotta have to trust your players that they're not gonna, be too gamey about it.
All right, and your vigilance is
2 purple.
all right. Any upgrades?
No.
Why didn't that take? That should have used a story point. Hello. We're gonna probably get 2 that flow through here in a second.
Right.
Because I'm not seeing anything. Huh. Ignore this roll. Weird. My GM sheet won't roll anything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right. I reset points earlier. That worked.
Well, my sheet's not responding either.
And I spent all the points. So I think it's just Roll20 being slow.
It could be. I'm going to reopen my character sheet because it's not responding. The other option is something caused the table API to crash.
No, I think it was just slow. So I've updated the story points. You guys should see 3-1.
Yep.
That's what I see.
Okay. All right. So he's going to use a story point. Any modifications to the poll? All right. You don't think he's lying? Or omitting anything or not telling you anything?
Oh, these guys told us the clear truth.
Well,
He not lie us at all.
No. Well, I don't know. My friends Lux and Gorog, I don't know what you think, but perhaps starting with her roommate is the best place to start.
Aye, talking with her roommate and looking at the area she disappeared from.
Whenever I hunt monsters, I always first check a crime scene. I mean, a place where is monster attack victim.
So is there anything else?
Maybe we could.
Sorry.
Maybe we can find something there in her room or wherever she is attacked.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do in the scene before we leave?
Not with him really. I mean, he hired us, and we said sure. We will do the best we can, and I think that's all because we trust him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
He hands you a packet. It's got a etching and a little bit of information about Vivin. So you guys know who Vivin is. All right.
She is pretty.
For a human, right? Okay. You find yourself in the girls' dormitory, and specifically Vivin's bedroom. You can make a magical check, so it would be primal or divine. It would be average to learn more about the spells that were done here. And also you can make a perception or survival or anything else if you can convince me about how it would help you search.
I'll make a primal check, guys. Largershock's feeling he's feeling the voodoo.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
All right, success.
Lux, your perception, you maybe can try that.
Let's handle this check first. So you didn't cast a spell, you're using Primal Descent. So you'll
Okay.
take a strain for the threat. And your success will tell you several things. One of which is there was several fire-based blast spells used here. You don't see any evidence that they were effective based on scorch marks and that sort of thing. Also, you see that there's a lingering of dispel magic.
Oh.
Also, you can tell that the spell magic was done in a manner that would affect an area and not just a single target.
The whole area.
Most of the room, in fact.
Is there a place where it's like it's clear that the caster was standing here when they did it?
About the center of the room, yes. Looks like facing the doorway. Like it was used in a defense against somebody coming through the door.
Or something.
You can also make perception or survival checks or anything else as you would search the room.
So I will try survival check to find, I don't know,
Okay.
tracks.
Yep, it will be a hard, and that's 3 purple.
Okay. Give me a second.
And you guys have all the story points right now.
I mean, I don't find that to be a problem.
So I should say it more clearly. So Grog, if you'd like to, you can use a story point in that and to upgrade your check.
Well, I have 1 yellow and 2 green dice, maybe to upgrade one, huh?
Yep, and you can upgrade it by clicking the little upgrade box in the dice roller up top.
Okay. Okay, upgrade, I just set it on 1, am I right?
That's right.
So just tell me about story points. I just click use player story point.
That's exactly
Okay.
right. And you do that one too many times, but it's okay, I'll fix it.
Okay.
Excellent.
Am I roll?
Yeah, good roll. So you have 2 threat. You'll take 2 strain for the threat.
Okay.
And your successes will tell you that there was two people, looks like perhaps like almost like a human in weight and height. And you can tell this by where some of the scorch marks are and how it was scorched and where they lead. Also, it looks as if one person disappeared, like their tracks simply stop. It also looks like one set of tracks and both exit the room through a broken window. The other thing you find is some loose rubble under the bed, and it looks like maybe something's there.
Oh, I'm look under the bed. How much strain I receive? I'm sorry.
2.
How much? 2. Okay.
2.
Okay. I will look under the bed.
Okay.
I mean,
you find
I will check
a small leather-bound book. It looks to be perhaps a journal.
Okay, let's read it.
It looks to be Vivian's personal journal. There's a lot of stuff in here about test taking and exams and schedules, but you find a few things that stand out to you. And in chronological order here, starting at the earliest of the entries, it reads, I met the most interesting boy today, but I do sense he's a hot mess of trouble, but wow, he can sing and dance finer than any other noble I know, and he's so, I don't know, even if the words for it, just something about him. A few days later in the journal, I told Farland today that we must keep our conversation and days together a secret. If Father were to know I was so close to someone of a lower station, I'm sure he would have me home in an instant. Ugh, why must he be so controlling? How am I supposed to be good enough to thread the Nerekhall magistrates, but not enough to choose my own friends? And then recently, this is from what looks like perhaps the day before the attack. I'm so excited. Farland promised to take me on a grand adventure around near his place after the symposium. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, and I finally get to know how those amazing Lake Dur elixirs are made. So much for their dwarfs and their secrets. Ha. Huh.
Well, what do you think, guys?
Well, my friends knowing magic, what I assumed happened is these two children were playing with it, and of course it got them in trouble.
It's a possibility. Although you'd mentioned that it looked like she used some of that dispelling magic that the wizards do. Maybe that's not quite so much playing. Maybe there was a threat here. Is there any signs of like struggle? Like does it look like there was a fight? Is that something we need to make a roll for?
No,
or
there's enough here that you would just know based on what the headmaster told you, as well as when you entered, you would seen evidence of looks like a melee fight, perhaps the guards he talked about. And there's some evidence of broken ironbound there.
Okay, so there definitely was a fight. I wanted to be clear because I wasn't 100% sure on that.
Yep. And with the survival check that Gurog had, you would know that something came through the hall into this room, killing on the way, and then some sort of
one disappeared.
Yeah. Well, something disappeared, but you don't know.
Something disappeared.
Right. There was.
So something cast.
To be clear,
sorry.
You can find 4 distinct sets of things. You see tracks coming into the room based on the blast and the scars on the ground. And you see like some evidence of the attack magic coming from the center of the room based on what Lagershak found. And then there's another set of prints that seem to have vanished on the other side of the room near a second bed.
Well, the thing from door that came and vanished, it's probably some summon, and dispel magic probably dispel it. It's work. Am I right?
That's a possibility.
Yeah. Let's check with that girl.
Is there anything
She probably can answer us.
else you guys would like to do in this scene?
The only other thing I could think of would be trying to determine what made the tracks, but
You would, you know this based on Gurog's check, that it was about the size or weight of a human. Silhouette 1. You know it's Silhouette 1.
Oh, no.
Anything else? Okay.
Well, I see it. We've got a couple of options. We can try to follow the tracks and see where they went from here, or we know there were ironbound involved. We could always go to where they maintenance those metal monstrosities, and see if there's any that are going missing, because surely they have some way of keeping track of them.
What would you guys like to do? I jumped the gun
Let's
there a
first
little bit.
check a girl. Let's have a chat with that girl first.
Lux and Lagershak? Talk to...
I Lux threw out what he wanted to do.
So you want to go talk to the artificers?
Or follow the tracks from here. I mean, that's pretty much our only 2 major leads. There weren't any eyewitnesses. I mean, well, we still have to talk to the roommate.
Yeah.
She wasn't there, right?
She was.
Oh, she was there. Then yeah, that's the next step, is go talk to the roommate.
Okay. Okay, so just a little bit of setting of mechanics here before we get started. This is a social encounter. Maria here is terrified at the moment. So to get her to really reveal anything, this is like your successful condition, you will need to get her to compromise. That would be half of her strain. You can see she's partially strained already just due to her mental stress. The other thing that you can do is that will tell you some information. Mechanically, there are other conditions that you can arrive at by completely exhausting her strain or meeting her true goal. So if you give her what she wants, then she'll be more open to you. Any questions? Oh, one other thing, we'll be going in rounds. Let's see, there will be a total of there's 3 of you guys, 3 rounds. And then the encounter will end with the arrival of Mitchell, who Headmaster Nor will have sent.
Okay.
Any questions?
So you said she's sad or scared?
Scared.
Scared.
Maybe
Okay.
sad. Tough to say. She's not terribly verbal. If you have any questions about mechanics, you can ask them now. Otherwise, we'll get started. Okay. As you guys enter the room, a maid will exit carrying a chamber pot, and the girl, Maria, will be sitting on the edge of a bed, and she'll stand up quickly and look at you and say, "Who are you?"
We are friends. I mean, we won't harm you. Don't worry. Just calm down, please. We need information about your friend. You know, to help us to find her. Can you talk? Are you okay?
How do I know I can trust you? You need to make a check of some sort. It sounded like you were trying to do charm.
Well, yes, but okay, I will do charm. Okay, I will tell her, look, we get 75 silvers for this, so you can trust us. We're gaining money, you know.
All right, go ahead and make the roll. It will be a charm check with 1 black due to her emotional state, and 1 purple and 1 red.
Okay, 1 black, 1 purple. You just give me 1 second.
And I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade the difficulty. And now you guys have all the points.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so should I set upgrade? No, I just...
Yes, it would be an upgrade on the difficulty side.
Okay. Just ask. Okay, and it's actually charm, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a second. Charm. Needs to... Something is strange here. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Because Okay, upgrade. I need to remove it from my side.
You could spend a story point and you could keep it.
No.
Okay.
Because my presence is 1, so I'm not really a charmer. But there's I'm looking at this. There's still... I have a charm and presence rating of 3. That rank 3. That something is wrong. You know, probably is because I'm on this stupid tablet, and I think I'm not charm. I'm sure I don't spend experience points on that.
Are you sure you're on your character sheet? Because I have 3 ranks in charm.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Thank
No
you,
worries.
dude. Oh my god. Just clear you. My god, this tablet will kill me. I'm really sorry.
No worries.
Grog, while you're doing that, you're new to this, and this was your first social encounter. If you would like to do something different than a charm, I'll let you. We just would retcon like the last moment or so.
I mean, it's okay, you know. Oops. Am I still here?
You are.
I mean, in the game? Okay. It's okay. I will let others to, talk. Maybe I will figure out something.
Okay. Would somebody else like to take the first check?
Sure.
So, okay, I will. Am I rolled?
Oh, you did, yes. And you were successful. Good job.
Oh my god. Are you serious? Just give me a second to see that. Oh, no, I'm not.
Wow, look at
actually,
that.
I am.
Good job. All right. And then I have to remember like what you were trying to do. You were trying to calm her. What else did you say briefly?
I actually said we received 75 silvers for this, and you can trust us. Trust me.
Right. Money, apparently she believes you. Okay, and you'll take 2 strain for the threat.
Okay.
She'll say, "Truly, you were hired. Do any of you have a remarkable feature like a scar, a big nose, something that makes you unusual in a crowd?"
I mean, I have ugly face.
That's good actually. She'll look at you. Yeah, perhaps you aren't them. Good job.
Yes, I am. Yes, we are.
Who would like to go next?
Largoshock will go ahead. He'll just kind of. Is she sitting down?
She's standing near the edge of the bed.
Yeah, Largoshock will just say, "My child, you need to be calm and tell us who are these them. You need to tell us because we need to find your friend if we're to get to the bottom of this mystery. You can, like my friend said, if we wanted to hurt you, we wouldn't be coming to you like this. You'll be safe as long as you tell us the truth."
Okay, you hit on a motivation, so take take 4 boost.
4?
Yep, you hit.
Oh.
You hit a few things.
Okay. I will flip just to see. Does she still have the setback from earlier?
She does. Yes, she'll have those until she reaches a compromising position, which is a half. Whoa. Largoshock with 4 success and 2 advantage. What would you like to do with those 2 advantages?
I would like to learn what her strength is.
Okay. 1 second. That should be showing for you. Okay, and she'll...
Can somebody read strength for me, please?
Sure. Her strength is creative magic. So, this would be expected as a student in the academy. She excels in being creative with magic. she'll respond, well, you can't be them. She'll calm down a little. They looked so normal. They looked so bored. They had these swords. There were two of them, and they looked so terribly normal. And their swords, when they cut, it ate the men. It devoured them, or I don't know. I've never seen or heard of anything like it, but the men, they looked bored.
So they look actually like all others. Not unusual.
Different than, it's not like they looked like anyone. Like they looked like everyone. You know how the humans, they all kind of look the same. Sometimes it's like that. They looked like nothing and everyone. So you guys have a choice at this point. You've got her calm. You can ask questions freely, or you can continue the structured encounter and press things to reveal her other motivations, and perhaps reveal more information than what she's given you already.
So she don't know who are they actually.
No,
I mean,
she's told you what she knows about
them?
who they are. Yes, she did.
She saw them, but she don't know who are they. They're just some unusual guys or students.
You could
For
ask
her.
more questions if you'd like.
Does Lux have any questions for her?
No, Lux is pretty content to just listen, at least for now.
If you guys are curious about anything else, you can ask.
Yes. Largershock will say, he asks her, I know you may not want to answer this, but what role does Farland have to play? And does Farland have any role to play in all this?
Farland? The boy? He's just a boy, but Vivian did have plans to see him. I don't know. She was scared the days leading up, and she was talking about leaving. But maybe she went to the boy.
Leaving the school?
Leaving Nerekhall. Her uncle came and warned her about something a few weeks ago, and she's been acting strange ever since.
So she... Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, do we still have her journal, right? Can we leaf through it and see if there's any mentioning of her uncle coming, and any mention of what he might said?
Yeah. You flip back a little bit. Uncle came to visit me. The strangest thing, he asked me to look for things that were unusual in the school. He said Nerekhall was getting very dangerous, and that I should consider leaving for a few months. That the political factions in the city were going to war with each other, and that something bad may happen soon.
And then any mention... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You would know as a Shard Seeker about Faltus, and you would know that he's her uncle. This could be the uncle that...
Oh, that was only a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Well, maybe months. Weeks is too soon, but yeah. Recently.
Okay, we can maybe check her uncle.
He's dead.
Yeah, Lux killed him.
Yeah, Lux melted him.
Oh, you guys have one other thing, and I forgot to mention, I apologize. The company mentioned the Laker company. of elixirs that was addressed in the journal. From as shard seekers residing in Nornhold, you would know that that company is based there.
Well, can you describe us a scene? What happened when the attackers came?
They came through the door. One opened it, and he looked at me. He just didn't even care, and the one behind him was I don't even know how to explain this. The sword was eating the men. They were melting. It was. She makes like a gagging noise. It was disgusting.
So you won't tell us the sword eat him's own master?
Not the man holding it. The guards.
Okay, I figure out. Well, that all sounds very interesting. I think we can't find any more clues here. We should try to go on.
We should find the boy Farland.
Yeah. Should try to find him. Maybe she knows where they are where Farland is. This girl. Do you know where is Farland?
I don't. I know he was here last symposium. That's when they met. But I don't know much else about him other than Vivian and her father were arguing about it, and that he wanted her home because she was interested in him.
I see. Just tell me where the boy lives. Do you know that maybe? Maybe William told you.
I'm sorry.
At least you are best friends.
I don't know.
When was the last symposium?
She mentally counts it about 8 months ago. It happens semi-annually, twice a year.
Well, thank you. For your help. You really helped us.
Is there anything?
And calm down. Don't be afraid. We are here to protect you.
How will you protect me? How can you protect me?
I drove out my axe. Blood rage. You see? I show her an axe with this.
Will you stay here with that?
Oh, damn it.
We will protect you by finding the ones who took your friend.
Yes, thank you.
She pales a little. What will happen when you leave? Make sure that they protect me here. How if it could happen before, and they know that I saw them, and they know that I'm still alive, what will happen to me?
Largashok will look at Lux and Gurog and he'll ask her, "Do you want to come with us, my child?"
Where are you going?
We'll find the people who attacked you.
I don't know. I need to. And when she says that, someone comes to the door. Shard Seekers. Been told that you're my keepers, but that you are looking for Vivin. Do you have any clues? Have you learned anything?
So far, so good, but we just started.
I was told that you investigated the scene. I was there. I know Vivian defended herself. Did you discover anything else?
I was not, young Cromwell. I was not aware that you were also put on the case.
Rather that I was. They just. Well, at any rate, I'm coming with you. You are, from what I'm told, the best chance that we have for Vivian. And apparently my keeper as well.
Aye, that's a fancy change of tune you got from last time we met there, laddie.
He glowers at you a bit.
He can growl or glower all he wants.
What would you guys like to do? You got Maria here, still scared. She seems unsure, especially now that Mitchell has arrived. She's completely stopped talking. Mitchell's here. He's going, hey, what's going on, guys? You're free to share with him or not. He's going to follow you around probably either way.
I say we don't tell him about the journal yet, but we do have him lead us to Farland.
I mean, Lux isn't sharing anything with him, so...
Maybe we can try to get rid of him. I mean, let's try to convince him to protect this girl here.
No, we need to watch this boy too. So you might as well. I mean, we're in charge of him, so he doesn't do something stupid.
Yeah, you're right. So we pick them both. I mean, they will both go with us, or what will we do?
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants, but if she's scared, she can go with us. But Cromwell, we've been entrusted with.
All right, I've got a little thing if you guys are done. So Cromwell will stand up pretty much as tall as he can. So, Maria, are you willing to talk yet? I mean, this is nothing but confused babble. I mean, out with it, girl, already. We know something happened. Why won't you talk? And you just sit in here and cry all day. How is that going to help anything? How is that going to help Vivian?
Largershock will he'll pull out Palmera's scythe and tell Cromwell to leave the room.
He'll hold up his hands. He'll walk out the room.
And he'll put the scythe back and say, "I'm sorry about that boy. He's
Is he left the room?
Yeah,
Not yet.
he's on the outside of the room. He's wrong layer.
Oh. I just want to ask him something, but
He's
never
out there
mind.
somewhere.
we can still ask him.
Okay.
He was antagonizing her.
I mean, maybe he saw somebody that, I don't know, spy us in front door or something like that, you know. I mean, if she's so scared, she probably scared with some good reason, you know. I mean, maybe there's ears everywhere.
Yeah, no, he's a very antagonistic person, so she might just be afraid of him. But actually, can we do a vigilance check to see if she's afraid of him?
How does that work?
Or I don't know, perception. I don't know.
Yeah, perception probably. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Give me an average.
Okay.
Nope, you can't tell. It's confusing. She's generally a mess.
That's fair.
And I got another thing for you guys. If you guys could all make a daunting vigilance check. That's 4 purples.
Oh boy.
Just, I mean, individually.
Yes.
And I'm gonna use a story point to give you one.
Okay, thank you.
Largershock is dozing off.
The Vigilance now.
Whoa, look
It's
at
4
that.
dice.
I mean, what are the chance of a triumph, right?
Yeah. That's right. You'll take strain. Let's see. That's all three of you guys. Okay, so you see Mitchell sort of get jostled out of the way, and you look up. What? And then the door will close, and Mitchell's on the outside.
Oh, like the door just closed?
Yeah, and Mitchell looked like he was jostled, like something bumped into him.
I run to the door and open it.
The door was already open. He was standing on the outside of it. It closed.
Sorry.
It swung closed. That's what you saw, Lux. And Grog, you take 2 strain.
That's all I saw was Missile look, he looked like something jostled into him.
Yep.
I'm gonna go see what was there because that was obviously something.
Cool. You open the door, poke your head out. Give me a hard discipline check. That's 1 red and 2 purple.
One red, 2 purple, and there we go.
Wow. Take another 2 threat. You see that same maid you saw earlier leaving the room, walking away hurriedly.
I'm gonna start to run after him and say, "Hey, you there? Wait up! I got some questions for you."
The maid will turn and look a little bit confused at you, turn around, and bolt.
I mean, okay, he's running.
She's running.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you
Okay.
a check. You can have 1 action and 2 maneuvers, like so you can aim or concentrate or whatever you want to do, to catch up, tackle, stop, ensnare something that's running away. Maid. But single check you can choose.
Give me just a second. I need to pull something up.
Your seeds. Which checks? I'm sorry.
It's well, you guys, Grog, you cannot, and Largershak, you cannot, because you're not aware of the maid. Lux is aware of her, so Lux is the only one that gets to make the check.
I mean, he said very, very loudly, so that they would be aware, like, very shortly thereafter.
As you're considering here what you're seeing unfold, this maid is running away. People are being jostled out of the way. They look around confused. Hey, what? Why did you hit me? As one will turn to another as he was jostled out of the way of the maid. You guys can exit the room due to Lux's prompting, and as you do, give me hard discipline checks, a red and 2 purple.
Well, while they're doing that, I know what I'm going to do, and it probably shouldn't involve any rolls. Is Lux is just going to run after him? So 2 maneuvers to catch up to him, and he's yelling at the top of his lungs. Well, maybe not the top, but yelling, "Stop that man!"
Girl, it was a maid.
Oh, stop that lady.
Okay, any checks that you'd like to do at all? Anything?
Well, how far away were they? I mean,
She's about long from you.
Oh, then no, I'm not gonna attack her. I just want her to stop. But I'll move 2 maneuvers worth closer. So if she was long, she should be medium to me now.
Yeah. She keeps running, and people look confused. The crowd sort of folds in around her, and she seems to disappear into the crowd and is gone.
Okay. She's just gone.
She got away.
No one tried to stop her.
Nobody seemed to see her. You apparently were the only one.
Didn't you say somebody mentioned people, saying people bumped into her? So obviously she was physically there, right?
Yep, she was bumping people out of the way. You could tell just from the scene. They couldn't see her.
And I can't follow this trail of confused looking people.
You do for a bit, and it doesn't take you any further.
Okay.
Did you tell every one of us to check? Oh my god.
He did.
To
He
check
called you.
discipline?
You guys can participate a bit.
Okay.
If you guys are following, make discipline checks, and if you pass, I'll give you an opportunity to perform a single check. As this
Give me
person
1
runs away.
second.
Oh, I passed my check. Does that mean I get to do something?
Yeah, did you see her with the original vigilance? Did I miss that?
Not the original vigilance, but you
Oh,
said
but the second discipline, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely get to do something. You take some strain, by the way. But yeah, you're running after her and you're jostling with the people too, and they bump you. And you get stressed out a bit.
Oh, really
So 4
sorry,
strain.
people. I need to reload page. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine. And Lux, did you take the 2 strain?
Yeah, I've taken 4
Okay,
so far.
cool.
Well, I would have taken 2 more for that second maneuver, but I didn't use an action because I wanted to be able to move.
Yeah, Largashock, you've got a single action and the 2 maneuvers, so you can do things like aim and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll do I'll try and do a an ensnaring attack.
Okay. She's going to be long when you do that. Well, you can use some maneuvers to move closer before you cast it, but she's starting out as long.
Okay. And so I'm not aware that other people can't see her yet, correct?
You would have seen the same thing that Lux was seeing, people being jostled out of the way, so yeah. You know that.
But I don't know that she's, apparently invisible.
You can see her. Other people
Yeah.
can't, and you know that
So-
much.
Okay. So I am aware that people can't see her.
Yeah, they're getting bumped out of the way, they're confused. That's enough to tell you, yo, she's invisible to these people.
Okay. In that case, would it be possible to either do a attack spell or a utility spell that essentially works like, how if I threw flour on her would?
Yeah, I'll give you that if you want to.
Or I could just do an ensnare attack, whatever you think is more fitting.
I think you've got a better chance of success with the ensnare attack than flower.
So I'll do the two. Actually, I'm getting up there. One maneuver, so it's medium range.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the spell, so +1 range, so 2 difficulty +1 for ice. Will be 3 difficulty.
Yeah, because 3 ice is 1, and then
Yep.
you have Palmyra's Scythe. Do you have quick draw or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got that out, and then so it's I think a 2 difficulty check, right?
Oh yeah, because of Pelmar's stat. I keep forgetting about Pelmar's scythe.
Yeah.
Am I back?
You're back, yes. And you'll take 2 strain for the discipline check.
Okay.
All right, story
Uh,
point. And I'm going to upgrade it back.
Ooh, okay.
Success. She is ensnared. How much damage does it do?
Oh wait, is she? I thought I do since it just gives the it just gives the quality, so she's not actually ensnared. I need 2 advantage.
Oh, right. That's right. So how much damage?
That would be 9 damage. 8 damage. Sorry.
Okay, so what does this look like? Let me tell you like some of the effect, and then you can narrate. She has a barrier, so not everything got through. What does that look like?
So it's not like an ice attack. It's the ensnaring quality is Largashock kind of calls on like potted plants and things that are hanging from the walls and the ceilings, potted plants on the ground, and the vines are kind of whipping out, trying to grab onto her ankles, but they're not quite able to grab hold.
All right. So as these vines come up, they go to wrap around her, and they seem to like form around a bubble, like a barrier. You would know this from just your use of Primal. There's definitely some magical energy protecting her. It looks like she just got a nick from the, I don't know, thorns maybe, and she stumbles and then runs off into the crowd, not to be seen again. And one thing that both of you and Lux will know is she had absolutely nothing remarkable about her. As you consider and think, this would seem to jive with some of the things that Maria told you.
Okay.
Mitchell comes running up. What happened?
Young Cromwell, there appears to be people at this school who have ulterior motives.
What do you mean?
I'll let you know when we finish our investigation.
Yes.
Okay. So it sounds like perhaps you guys don't know anything more than I do.
Well, I'm sure there's
Can you
one or
tell-
two things we know that you don't, lad.
What do you mean? If you know something about Vivian, tell me.
We won't
We had-
ask you, but you know about her.
She's my cousin. She's a lot like a sister to me. When my father passed away, I moved in with her and Lord Ainsley. She's very close. I don't know what I'd do if something... We have to find her. Surely she's okay. She knows how to defend herself.
Just tell me, okay? You are close to her, am I right?
He'll look at you like fiercely.
Are-
Yes.
Are you talk a lot? I mean, about love to each other. I mean, if she ever told you that she have a boyfriend or something like
Like
that.
she would have a boyfriend. She's way too smart for that.
Way too smart for that. Interesting. That was a really interesting point of view, man.
Largo Shock will say, we heard tell that she might have been associated with someone at this school by the name of Farland. Do you know him?
Farland? What a stupid name. No. There's no Farland or boy. I mean, don't be ridiculous. She's like the best student the school has. She doesn't have time for boys.
I want to see if he's lying
He's telling you the truth. I hate
about
this
any
whole
of it.
vigilance
Is she
thing.
truly the best student at this school?
He thinks so.
Okay, well,
If you want to find that Farland, you probably can ask, I mean, the guy from the beginning. I forgot his name.
I mean, does this Cromwell know where Farland is?
What do you mean?
Mm,
Like
Would
Mitchell
he know
here?
where to find? Does Mitchell know where to find Farland?
You can ask him. I think he just did.
he
I didn't
told
hear him
us
say
that
if he. Yeah, the young Farland, not Farland, young Cromwell. Do you know where this Farland boy is?
Farland? I don't know of a Farland. Why are you guys talking about some person named Farland? Is that related to Vivian? Do you know something? Did he take her? Is that who
No,
did
he
this?
Took her. Oh my god.
No,
No.
no, just calm down.
Young
Just calm
Cromwell,
down.
keep your head cool, or we will just lock you in a basement somewhere.
He'll throw his hands up. Why are you guys being so obtuse? This is important.
Why is this for you so important? Oh, yes, sorry, you told me. I forgot. Sorry. Yes, you told me she's your cousin and you are real close. Well, do you know where we can find, I don't know, an information about students? If we are interested in some student, where he lives or something like that.
That should be pretty easy to find out. I think the school has a registry of every student and how they're doing academically, I would assume.
Maybe we can check there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kind of meta here. Don't mean to browbeat you. You guys actually know where Farland's at. You guys have been told already.
We were?
Yeah.
I don't think we were.
Let's go back a little bit. This is the problem with me not doing handouts like I should have. I grabbed him. No, not there. Sorry, I took you guys too far. Here. There's a boy. His name is Farland. He promised to show her around where those Lecter elixirs are made. And you guys know where Lecter is centralized. Nerekhall.
Oh, yes.
Well, okay.
As you flip through the journal, you're reminded.
Oh, okay. I guess. I mean,
it's too loose. I apologize, guys. That's my bad. Farland is in Nerekhall. You would know. You should know. If I had written these better.
Wait, he's in Nerekhall, but he goes to school here in Nerekhall.
He did last symposium.
Oh. Well, my friends, do you believe there are any other things we search here before I take out this Farland boy? He seems to be our only lead at the moment.
Well, actually, there's no other leads, and I don't know. We check everything. We check even a girl, this annoying cousin, everyone.
I mean, if that's what you're gonna do, that's what we can do. That should be fine. I don't think that's probably not the we're in a race against time, right? Like, she was kidnapped, and Nerekhall isn't exactly close. Like, we literally just got here, so going back right away probably isn't the best thing we want to do.
Okay, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. My best guess would be go and investigate if Ironbound were attacking. That's a huge thing, because this is the second time the Ironbound have been co-opted in here in just as many weeks, which means that Cromwell wasn't the only one that was
messing with them.
So, I mean, that would be my guess. I honestly, there's not really much to go on. So.
Okay. So to the artificers.
Well, if she is run away, we know that. She's probably run away to this boy. I mean, there's no other options where she would run. And that's. I mean, if she would run anywhere else, everybody should know that, and the assassins probably find her.
We have no evidence saying that she ran away, any more than we have evidence saying they captured her or abducted her. So if we spend the time going back to Nerekhall, like, it's a couple of days travel, right? It's not
true,
like just going down the street.
Yep. You also know some other things. Nerekhall's being canvassed, looking for her. You know as much just from your interactions with Call.
Okay, I will do whatever you want. We can go try to find, a few days walk to find that boy, or check that other thing.
Yeah, I guess we should go to the artificers first to investigate the co-opted Ironbound.
I mean, that's my best guess, is because they have to have a way to track the Ironbound. So it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So let's go to the artificers.
Give me a second here. If I can select the right layer. And this is the best slide I have for Nerekhall. So give me a second.
Yep.
So you'll go to the Iron Tower, I believe. And all right. Okay. What do you guys want to do? I'm assuming you're walking up to somebody. Any particular person you're looking for? I think you guys may know an artificer there.
We probably do, but it would probably be better to go to the magistrate first, because A, we know him, and B, if people are messing with the Ironbound, he's gonna want to know about it, so that might be very beneficial to us.
Cool.
To have like some official sanction behind it, not just like a group of adventurers shows up. It's a group of adventurers shows up backed by the magistrate, or with the magistrate possibly.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do before you get to him?
I think going straight there is probably the best.
Yeah.
This. Okay, he's flawless. Okay.
All right. I think he's not in the tower. Anyways, you guys get to him, and he'll get up from his desk as you approach his room. Shard Seekers, how goes it? It's a mad fury around here. Everybody is, well, it's just quite the event. It's not often that something like this happens in the academy, and a lot of people think it happened from Greyhaven of all places. This is a giant mess.
Hey, that'll happen. It seems that the problem we ran into with the Ironbound has cropped itself up again. The few of them, I'm sure you've heard, have been seen attacking at the school there. We wanted to go and talk to the maintenance and the arcanists that maintain them. We thought having a little bit of, official backing might ease the process.
Sure. Give me a moment. He'll write something on a slip. It's a name. Somebody give me a good name. It's Bob. Bob the Artificer.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep. He'll send you to the Iron Tower to talk to Bob. You guys get there uneventfully. You guys have a chance to recover strain. So if you want to do a recovery roll, you can.
It's a discipline check, am I right?
Discipline or cool, your choice.
Yep, simple, discipline, or cool.
Alright, while you guys are resolving that, Bob will come out to greet you. Yes, how can I help you?
Hey, we're here from the magistrate's office. We need to look into the Ironbound that have been acting wonky again.
Wonky again? No, that couldn't be possible. They're better than ever.
Oh, really?
Are you referring to the attack on the school?
Aye.
You know, we lost 6 Ironbound in that attack. They didn't go wonky, as far as we can tell. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, defending those poor girls, those students. I tell you, if there's
How much
anything
they
wonky
know
going
about
on,
war?
it's those people down in that academy. How could they let that happen?
Did I miss something earlier? I thought it was the Ironbound that attacked the students.
He did. No, the Ironbound went nuts during the attack. So they weren't attacking the students. They were trying to defend the students. They were trying to defend the guards that were there with them. Maybe you don't know all of that, but that's what happened.
So the Ironbound didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was under the impression that the Ironbound.
I'm very
started attacking
confused right
too.
now.
Yep. So there was an attack on the school. There were some Ironbound at the school with some guards to escort Vivian home. During the attack, Ironbound freaked out, started trying to fight something. People witnessed this. Guards started dying. The Ironbound were destroyed. Maria sees some of this. She freaks out. Vivian gets into a fight with someone. You guys can have some educated guesses about that at this point. The fight ensues out to the wall of the school.
So what attacked the school?
Indeed.
The invisible people. It sounds like the guard. It sounds like the Ironbound were trying to fight some invisible entities, and so they were. It looked like they were acting wonky, but they were trying to fight invisible entities.
Can you tell me
Largershock will
how
ask
much
Bob
I recall?
if there's any, like, if the Ironbound have any. I mean, is there any way of knowing what the Ironbound were trying to fight?
No, only, Bob will say, no, they react to all forbidden magic. So perhaps something related to that.
How much strain I recover?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
How much strain I recover?
Oh,
I'm really sorry, I need to whisper.
let's see, Grog, you recover 1.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, we should now go to find that boy.
I'll ask the artificer. Is there any way that we can have, or if there's any way of using the magic that the Ironbound used to detect forbidden magic?
It's quite a complex process. I don't know of any caster that can replicate it exactly.
Can we borrow an Ironbound?
I'd have to check with the magistrate, but I don't see a problem necessarily with that. Based on his answer, you can assume yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll borrow the Ironbound, and then, I mean, as opposed to walking 2 days to Nerekhall, I guess our the best thing we can do is try and locate some more of the, the invisible entities.
Okay. How long would you like to do that for? You'll assume you'll be... Where will you be searching? The school? Surrounding area?
until we find something, I guess. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, as a player, I have no idea what's going on. Not as
Yeah.
in, oh, I don't know what's happening. As in, I'm very confused because either people aren't acting right, and maybe that's the intention. I would get it if my character's confused, but like
Right.
me as a player, I have no idea what the hell is happening. I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry, Vox. That's probably poor writing on my part with this.
I mean, it happens, but you know, I guess what I'm trying to wrap my head around is that there was a fight at the school, and everybody knows there was a fight at the school, but nobody could see what the Ironbound were fighting, and we were told that the Ironbound malfunctioned, but apparently they didn't malfunction, and nobody's questioning that the Ironbound weren't fighting anything. What destroyed the Ironbound? Was it the guards? Did they fight back against the guards? Like, I mean,
Very confusing, yeah.
we're being told A plus B equals like 25.
So, something attacked the school. With your encounter with the maid, and if you assume that there are invisible people running around that people can't see, good chance the Ironbound saw them. Good chance that the Ironbound were fighting them. Ironbound were destroyed. The men were killed. People would see the Ironbound attacking nothing and assume they're freaking out.
Okay, so what destroyed the Ironbound?
The invisible people.
So why aren't people acting like there's invisible people running around?
Good question.
Because they don't know that there's invisible people, I guess.
Yes.
What do they think destroyed the Ironbound?
This is the confusion in the city. They don't know. You know much more than they do at this point.
It's probably some spell, you know, on the whole city, but not on us. We came from other direction.
Maybe I just don't get it, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm very very confused as a player about what we're supposed to be doing and what conclusions our characters are supposed to be drawing, because basically everybody's acting like nothing happened. Because if something destroyed the Ironbound, they would be trying to figure out what. If nobody could see it, but they just start seeing the Ironbound fall over dead. I mean, we're in a city with mages much more powerful than we are. Like I said, I'm very very confused.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. Continue on. I will take a back seat and we will go from there.
I want to say that it's probably the whole town have some, you know, connection. I mean, it's political. That probably can be some political game or something like that. That's some powerful mages throw a spell to, I don't know, make those people invisible for whole that city, and you know, and we came from afar, you know, we are not in Nerekhall when probably spell are thrown, so that's the reason why we can see them, and that's probably reason why this Michael, what is his name? I forget.
Mitchell.
I'm really sorry. Mitchell. That's probably the reason why he can't see them too, you know. So I suggest we should go and try to find Viven's lover. I mean, that boy in another city, because there's probably that people can't hide, you know. I mean, if they are invisible in Nerekhall, they're maybe not invisible in another city, or you know, it will be good place for hide. I'm just using a logic.
Yeah, it's at this point. I think the only option we reasonably have is to take an Ironbound and try to locate one of these invisible entities.
Okay. How long do you guys want to do that? A few days? A day?
I mean, until we find something.
All right. You guys take the bound around the city. There, you can tell that other groups are doing something similar. There's been some ironbound pretty much all over the school. You saw several while you were there, and none had been reacting to anything. As you move around the school, the ironbound obediently follows, and you guys don't detect anything. You spend a day or two doing that, and meanwhile Mitchell is behind you grumbling.
I mean, if we don't find anything with the Ironbound, I guess we're done. I have no idea what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
I'm
So
very, very
Let's
lost.
try to find that. Let's try to find that women's lover. I mean, we
Farland?
still have that opportunity. The Farland. I mean, him. Probably that is the only of our opportunity for now. I mean, only clue.
do you guys want me to chime in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So nobody knows if she got away or if she was captured. If she did get away, she certainly didn't go to anyone in Nerekhall. So you could surmise that she would run to someplace she was already planning to run to. She would have gone to Nornhold and Farland.
Okay.
If she did in fact get away.
So then off to Nornhold.
That would have been the
Yep.
only clue that you guys would have had. So you guys make a couple day trip. Wait, did that change? No, that didn't. So you guys spend a couple days traveling to Nornhold, which is home for you. At this point, you can make another recovery roll. In fact, actually, during these couple days, you would just wipe your strain. Is there anything that you want to do while traveling? One thing that you could do is try to get there a little bit quicker, and I would allow perhaps a survival or knowledge geography check to find a faster way than is usually traveled to Nornhold if you're concerned with time.
Yeah, Largershot can do a survival check.
Okay.
What's the
Okay.
what's the difficulty?
Average? Okay. You guys get there in about a day and a half rather than 2. What would you like to spend your advantages on?
Just getting to Farland as quickly as possible.
All right. You find yourself in Nornholt. This might be the first picture of Nornholt. And you guys have several contacts here. I think you guys know the Wererats from Palmyra. You know the captain of the guard, as well as being centered here. How would you want to approach finding Farland?
We'll probably talk to guards and see if they could direct us towards his residence, and if not them, talking to the captain of the guard to get to Farland.
Okay, so the captain of the guard. One second. I'm just trying to find his name. I think it's Stern. So you approach Stern? Ah,
Yes.
Shard Seeker. How can I help you today?
We're looking for a young, my friend. We are looking for a young man by the name of Farland.
Farland. Give me some sort of check. I think this is probably charm.
What's the difficulty?
This is going to be an average. Success. You'll take 2 strain from the threat. Yes, I think he's the head of that, what are they called? They have this silly name for themselves, water redistribution group. You can find him in the lower district of Nerekhall, and he'll draw you a little map to where.
Thank you, Stern.
Well,
Oh, and I need to... Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
well, let's go there. I mean, let's find him.
Okay. As you approach, there's a little janky sign outside of a building. It reads Water Redistribution Group. And a young man comes strolling out, takes one look at you, and Mitchell and his bird, and bolts.
Right. I run after him.
Okay,
I'm gonna cast a spell.
awesome. Difficulty he's at medium from you?
Okay. Can I take a maneuver?
Yes.
Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's gonna be the same difficulty, but same spells last time. It's the ensnare.
Let me give you a picture here.
Oh my god.
Yep. You do some damage, and something interesting happens. Describe what this spell looks like.
It's the same kind of thing. Vines and roots and plants are reaching out to grab him.
Okay, so a thing happens here. As these vines go to wrap around him, a flock of ravens spring up, and a couple of them die from the damage from the spell. And they swarm around him, and he gets tripped up and he falls over. And Mitchell goes, "Wait! That's Vivian's magic!" And this guy is on the ground as you guys approach. Somewhere here. What would you like to do?
I will tell him wake up and help him to wake up.
Well, he's not dead. He's just tripped. He's on the ground. You guys are around him, I assume.
Yeah. Shallargashak will say, "Are you the one they call Farland?"
Yes. Who are you? And he'll eye Mitchell like suspiciously.
People looking for Vivian.
Yeah. How do I know I can trust you?
Well, if I told you that we received 75 silvers for this, I mean money, would you believe me that I looking for?
What kind of role would you like to do for that? We're going to be starting a structured social encounter with Farland here. The goal would be to get him to tell you what's going on. You can do that by reaching his strain threshold. You can reach him at a compromise, or you can meet his true goal.
Okay, let's try something different this time. Look, we know who you are. We know that you are in love with her. So if you want to help her, please tell us, where is she? We can help her and stop whatever is hunts for her.
You'll take a boost on your check, but what kind of check is that? Sounds like charm.
Yeah, it's charm. I think it's charm. Yes. Just give me a second. Okay, charm. In modes, I write one blue or one boost, one
Yes.
blue. Am I right?
That's right.
1B. Oh, damn. Okay. So tell me the difficulty of check.
Charm will be 2 purple.
Just give me a second. Am I roll?
Yep.
Oh.
That's a success.
Wow.
Make sure I'm the right layer. I'm not. Okay, and he takes 1 strain. And, oh gosh, remind me of what you just said to him.
I told him, listen, we know who you are, and that you are in love with her, and if you want to help her, tell us where she is. We can save her.
How do I know?
I mean, we can.
How do I know that you aren't just being used by them? I mean, this is very suspicious. She was afraid of people following. That's what you get with the success.
Okay. Well, the school sent us, and how to explain? We earn money for this, So we are paid to find her and bring back to home safely,
Wow.
So you can trust us. We are not some invisible people or something like that. We are here to help. So please, help if you can help us. Tell us where she is.
Greg, let's give so I'll respond here in a second, but I want to give Largershak and Lux a chance to roll as well. So we're moving in.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
He'll respond. What do you know about invisible people?
Well, Largershak.
So he asked us, what do we know about invisible people?
Yeah.
We know that there are people that they're inside the academy.
Yeah, Vivin said as much. He's just staring at you. So, Largershak or Lux, if you guys would like to take a roll.
Largershak will just say, essentially, Largershak will just say, we're here to make sure Vivian's safe. This is her cousin. We're not here to harm any of you. We just need to make sure she's safe.
What would you like to roll with that? Sounded like charm?
Charm.
Look at that triumph. So you'll do
nice.
3 strain, and the triumph you can use for critical remark, and the 2 threat you'll take as strain. What would you like to do with that triumph?
Shoot. I mean, let's. Is the critical remark is that the 5 strain?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that.
Nice.
All right. That will put him in a compromising position. Look. You're Mitchell, right? She doesn't trust anybody from Nerekhall. They're the ones that started this whole thing. They come from there. With all their dark magic and all that nonsense and garbage. She's not here anymore. She's left recently. Someplace safe where she can deal with those, whatever they are. Look, are you Mitchell? And Mitchell will nod yes. I know she trusts you. Can you vouch for these guys? And Mitchell will just sort of angrily say, yes, they're helping me find her. Where is she? And he'll say, in the Moaning Caverns. It's a hike from here. She thinks that she can use the creatures there to disable those, I don't know, agents or assassins or whatever they are.
Creatures? Like monsters?
Yeah, there's a creature up there. It's called the Hobsork. The dwarves of Lake Dirt, they have a distillery up there, and they use it to, well, it's kind of disgusting, but they use some of its juices to help distill the elixirs they sell. But it's a highly corrosive and acidic environment. You can do okay if you know how to survive there, but Vivian thinks that she can use that against them. The spells only seem to work for a moment or two. She thinks perhaps something natural in the area can help her and finally get them off her trail. They were here, we think, a couple of days ago. Me and my men, we've been watching out, looking for weird things, people being bumped out of the way and stuff. And when we heard this happening, Vivian left. She's headed up to the Moaning Caverns. If you think you can help her do something about those things, whatever they are, you know, she's up there. I can give you a map.
Please do. The sooner the better.
He'll draw you out a map. One moment.
Thank you.
And he'll run into the thing and come out, and he hands you a couple of vials. They're immunity elixirs, and each of you will get one. It's a corrosive environment there, and there's the creature that the Hobsork, it's poisonous, and these should help you deal with that. Vivian, it's a very slow creature, and she thinks she can use it and her magic to disable those, whatever they are, things. But I would just get in the way. Useless in a fight. And I do better looking out for her and make sure there aren't even more coming. And hopefully put them off her trail.
Okay, don't worry, and thank you. Well, let's get there. In Cairns.
Is there anything else you guys want to do before you leave the scene?
I think we got all the information we need out of this guy.
Yeah.
Alright. We are
Sounds
going
about
to
right.
take a 5-minute break.
Oh.
Okay. When you get back, go ahead and move your token below the line of text.
Oh.
Did I actually put you guys on the right thing?
Just
Good.
just to be honest with you, my battery now is low, so I hope it will be soon.
Okay.
I'll move my... I mean, here. Now.
Welcome back. Our intrepid heroes have just learned of the Moaning Caverns and are on their way there. Let me switch tabs here. So the Moaning Caverns are up a hill just outside of Nornholt. It's about a 3-hour hike up, and you can choose how you want to approach that. You can make an athletics check or a resilience check or survival, but you tell me how you would like to address the strenuous hike.
Largashock will just be using his, his knowledge of nature to find the path of least resistance, as it were. Just so he's not too concerned about, the scrapes and bruises, but just finding the best way to navigate the treacherous land.
Okay. So what kind of check? And before you do, I'm sorry, I missed this. You guys can do a strain recovery. So we're in a new encounter, a new scene.
So it was a survival check.
Okay. And then when you get done with the strain check, then go ahead and make it.
Give me a sec.
It will be a hard.
Okay.
This is for strain.
Yes. There's a survival check. Okay, so what would you like to spend your advantages on, Largashock?
Can I recover strain? Like maybe I find some berries along the way that are good for recovering energy.
Yeah, and this is like a total just a afternoon hike for you. No problem. Yeah, you can recover strain.
Is this music from Morrowind?
I'm not sure where I got it from. Lux, what would you like to do?
Yes, it is.
Lux is he's just gonna dwarf on up there.
All right, no check.
I mean, resilience check, I guess, if there's a check that's needed. Like
There is.
he's just being a dwarf of the mountains. He's being stubborn.
Give me a resilience, please. It's hard. Awesome. Look at that. You'll take 2 strain from the threat. What would you like to spend your triumph on?
Let's make it easy for anybody that wants to just follow Lux up the mountain. Like Lux is just not giving any craps. He's basically just scaling it, just walking up dwarf style. So with that triumph, I think Grog hasn't gone yet. So let's give him an upgrade if that's okay.
Yeah, sounds awesome. All right, Grog, how would you like to approach this hike? What sort of check would you like to make?
Well, I will survival check. I mean, I will try to find like Largashock. I will try to find the best way to go there.
Okay, it will be a hard survival.
Way.
I'm sorry, it will be a hard survival, and you get 1 upgrade from Lux.
Oh, fine. No. Just please wait for my magical instrument. That and 1 upgrade. Okay. Am I rolled?
Yep, that's successful, and you take 1 point of strain.
Oh.
And you guys reach the top of the mountain. Is there anything you guys would like to do before we switch scenes?
I will check for. They talking about monsters here. I will check for traces of monsters or something like that.
Sure, give
something
me
of
a
that.
It's good. If you're checking like physical area, that's probably survival or perception.
I will do survival. Tell me how much.
Yep, it will be. You're well experienced in this sort of thing. You're a monster hunter. It will be an average check.
Oh my god, I'm really sorry. Oh no, please.
Oh, it crashed, huh?
Tablet. I'm really sorry. sometimes when I look at him, how it works, I'm not sure. Should I cry or a smile? It's so painful. Are you here, guys? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just got scared that I'm crash. I mean, that Discord crashed too. Okay, so it will be survival track, am I right?
Yes, and it will be an average 2 purple.
Okay. Okay.
All right, you didn't see anything else, but you do have 2 advantage. What would you like to spend those on?
Just give me a second. Okay. For what spend? I can spend 1 to recover a strain.
That's
Am
right.
I
You
right?
could spend both of them if you'd like to.
I have only 1 strain, so I don't know. I need 2 advantages to give a boost to somebody. Am I
1 advantage,
right?
and you can pass a boost to the next player's check.
1 advantage or 2.
1.
Okay. I will heal strain with 1, and the second I will boost next player
All
for check
right.
or something like that.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do in here? All right, moving on. So you reach the top of the mountain and you move into the Moaning Caverns. You should be able to hear some wind as long as I put you guys in the right place. Give me 1 moment. All right. As you enter, you hear some loud moaning, and you have about an inch of water in the entrance here. It looks like perhaps there's some sort of natural spring or something that's running off water into the area. Farland had mentioned a distillery. Perhaps it's related to that. If everybody could give me a hard perception or vigilance check.
Sorry.
That's fine. Lux, you don't notice anything unusual. Largashak, you see what looks like a mound of clothing, perhaps? Maybe a body? There appears to be a dead body here, and about 4.5 feet away glints a sword. The sword's unusual. It's looks to be engraved with runes. Lots and lots of runes. Several hundred, in fact, maybe, I don't know, just way more than you could possibly count. And Grog, you see the same thing, and you take 2 strain for the threat.
Okay. So there's a lot of bodies.
Just 1.
So Largershock would start moving towards the body.
Okay. As you get closer towards the body and the sword, it almost feels like the room gets cold. The hair on your arms sort of stand up. Give me an average discipline check. Success. Okay.
Oh, hold on. That's why did it only roll 1 purple? 1 second.
Average.
I'm sorry. I'll roll.
Just roll a purple.
single.
Yeah.
Nobody used my boosts, am I
Good.
right?
Yeah, you could.
My...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you'd like, you can use the boost on your. Oh, let's hold on to it. We'll see what happens. Okay, so as you approach this body and sword, one thing stands out: the body of the head of the body seems crushed by some rocks, and above you can surmise something fell from above and landed on this man and killed him. Looks like instantly. The sword clattered free, and as you get closer and closer, you feel this sort of nudging in your mind, and a whisper, and the whisper says, "Look, with me in your grasp, nothing will harm you again. Your sworn enemies and all the world who threatens you will die by my edge in your hand. No darkness will stand before you. The fourth darkness will not devour you. You will victor over it with me in your hand. It was what I was designed for. The dead will serve, the living will serve. Your wisdom will guide the world. Pick me up."
Yeah, so at that, Lagershock will turn around and look at Lux and Gurog, and he'll say, "So, my friends, beware the sword. Some foul influence erupts from it."
We should destroy it.
I agree.
Could I try to break the sword with my axe?
Yeah. I would give you in this instance a Sunder, so 2 advantage on an attack 2. Attack, it's not dodging you, has no defenses, you're just attacking it.
Okay. So I just get 2 advantages, nothing else. I mean, no diff. Oh yes.
It's going to be an average because all melee is average.
Average difficulty.
Right.
Okay.
And you'll have a boost on
3
that from your prior. And
Okay.
you have story points available if you want it.
Okay, I have. You give me 3 boosts, and I have 1. Am I right? So it's 4. Am I right? Oh,
You should have 1 boost, I think.
yeah. Okay. How much you give me? I didn't understand that. I didn't hear you.
You have 1 boost.
Okay, 1 boost. Okay, that's fine. Wow, not 10. 1. Please stop it. Stop. 10 boosts. Wow.
It's hard to click sometimes.
Yeah, this. Wow. So I will. That is when I attack with the weapon. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll.
What would you like to do with that triumph? I'll give you.
Wow.
I'm not really sure.
I'm actually fail.
Yeah. So you miss it inexplicitly, but you have some advantages in triumph. How would you like to use this?
Well, I will recover strain with advantages and triumph. I will give upgrades. I mean, boost to another who tried to.
Yeah, you can give an upgrade to the next person's check if they want to do anything.
To next person's checks, I will give upgrade.
So, Lux or Lagershek, would you guys like to do anything?
I mean, I guess can I try sundering it with magic?
You can. There's a destructive attack option.
Yeah.
I believe it gives sunder.
Yes. Is that no? I'm trying to remember. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, let me roll it real quick. And I will flip.
Awesome.
Just to blast it away.
Good job.
Bunch of damage,
Okay.
but only one success. What would you like to do with that advantage?
I don't know. Give myself a recover a strain.
Yeah, and you'll take 2 strain for casting the spell, so you'll recover and then take the 2 strain. Lagershek or Lux, would you like to do anything?
I guess I'll just try to do the same thing since it didn't seem to work for him.
Okay.
Let me,
Oh, so if you didn't know the damage, it's like 16.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. That's actually a lot of damage. Let's see what Lux's roll looks like. That would do it. So that damages its 2 steps. You feel it.
No, Sunder only takes 1 advantage to activate. 4.
Oh, holy cow! Yeah, so it's gone. Describe what happened.
I mean, it's a sword in the ground, so Lagershak does his thing, and mighty blow that probably chunks away rock and whatnot near the sword, but doesn't actually damage it too much. And Lux is just going to basically walk up and just touch it with a finger, and when he does, like it's just like a spark that hits on the pommel or whatever is the easiest place to touch it safely, and that spark just kind of erupts and then burns down like a match that has a fire burning down it.
Awesome. You hear this whisper. All of you guys hear it. No, as it fades out of existence and crumples to dust. And take a story point for the narrative description. Or not a story point, but a XP.
Okay, let's continue. I mean, we still here need to find the river.
Yep. The scene is over. Encounter's over. You guys can do a strain recovery.
I'm full.
Alright, you guys get to hear the joke. That was so funny in Discord here very soon. Alright, I've got some text to read for you guys. As you enter this portion of the Moaning Cavern, you notice a dramatic shift from natural cavern to carved and chiseled stone. Much of it seems to be built to redirect the water from a spring within the caverns. Machines line the edges in this room and have copper piping that run from this room into another. In the corner of the room is a light that illuminates some sort of cage. Perhaps an elevator or something? After a moment, you notice the forms of dead bodies littering the floor. Dwarves? They seem to be dismembered, and there's a disturbing lack of blood. The slaughter seems recent. You hear a crow squawking. Mitchell will run up. This is Viven's.
Yeah, I'll say we just follow the crow.
Yes.
It seems to be injured. It can't fly at this point.
I'll do a healing spell.
All right, and just before you do, a thing happens. Let me get to the music, if it will load. All right, you have to listen closely because this is a huge joke in the Discord. So, in case you missed it, there was a female scream, then a roar. There you go. Mitchell will hear that.
It's a monster.
Yeah, Mitchell will hear that and he'll scream, "Vivian, she's hurt. We have to get down there, or we have to go. Let's go." He runs off.
Drink your potion first.
That's a good point. Would
I
you
mean,
guys like to do that? You can do that
I
freely
told
right
that
now.
to Mitchell.
He's gone. He's booked it.
Oh. Well,
yeah. We should drink potions and then go to fall. I mean, in Mitchell's way. Get down. I mean, right? He's go with the elevator down or?
No, just into the other room. The female scream of like pain or frustration that rolled through the cavern was coming from the room with the piping. That's where he ran to.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I will drink a potion and then enter the room.
Okay. Lux and Largashek, assume you're following?
Yep.
All right. As you guys enter, you see a great tentacled beast. Surely this must be the Harbsork. In one tentacle looks to be like the half of some man, maybe. And Vivian is on the other side, grasped by a tentacle, hanging upside down. Mitchell sees this and screams, and he jumps down into the pit. The pit is about 8 feet below. He rolls and starts to run through snakes. And just as this happens, the tentacled monster slams Vivian into the wall, and she goes unconscious, limp, still held in its grasp. There appears to be no sign of other attackers. It's the Harbsork and something below. Perhaps it's spawn. So the scene looks like this a bit. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
As you enter, there's a heavy mist in the air. It looks to be artificially being made by a machine in the back of the room. It looks kind of janky. You could probably destroy it just with damage or sunder or a mechanics check or something along that nature. It's producing a mist that makes it very difficult to see. And so there's a chart below. And so if you're engaged, there's no setbacks. If you're short, there's 1 setback. If you're medium, there's 2. Long is 3, and 4 is 4 as long as that machine is functioning. You find yourselves on a platform above. And I need to do some clicking here, so give me just a moment. As Vivian was hit by that wall, she takes a critical hit. Mitchell goes down from the snakes, or spawn, or tentacle-looking monsters. And so Mitchell goes down, and Vivian looks unconscious, held in its grasp. The snake-looking thing, the spawns of Harbsork, those are minion groups, and there's 3 of them in the minion group. You can tell that by the 3 yellow. And there's some acid here, and it looks like perhaps it came from the dead body of one of the spawn that Mitchell landed on. It remains, mechanically, it remains for 2 rounds when a spawn is killed.
So we roll cool?
Yeah, so you guys would roll cool. And let's roll some initiative.
The best I can yet.
It should be 3 NPCs. There is, and I'll sort this. All right. So the spawn will go first, or not the spawn, but the Harbsork. It will go first, and it will take a bite out of Vivian. Do you guys want to modify the roll at all?
No.
I'm gonna spend a story point so that. Actually, is that right? Do you guys have 3? I have 1.
I do believe so.
No. Yeah, I have 3. You guys have 1.
You guys are everyone, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'll use a story point, and he's going to bite. Vivian takes some damage. 14.
Can you give me a moment? I will go and try to find a charger.
Yes, go ahead. Take another critical hit. All right, and it will be a PC's turn.
What do you think, Lux?
I mean, I can go whenever. Kill him quick is what I'm thinking. She's already down according to the wound levels there. So,
Yeah.
I have no idea if we can even save her because every time she gets attacked, it's just going to be a crit. So
Yeah.
the best bet's just to try to kill things quickly.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah. I can go in first and try and distract the spawn, and maybe you can get through the Harpsrack.
I mean, why don't you just stay up here and fling magic at people?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do.
I mean, you've got good range and good damage on your range, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
The first spawn are medium. The next spawn and the Harpsark are long.
Okay. I'm gonna aim at the close spawn and add the blast quality, which is just the blast, so it'll make it too difficult because I'm using Palmera's Scythe.
Mm-hmm. Do it. Don't forget the setback for the medium. So it will be 2 setback.
No luck for me. I mean, I'm not found a charger.
Oh man, so we only have you here for a little bit.
I hope it will hold. 15%.
Okay, Largashek, what would you like to do with those advantage?
I'll use 1 to restore a strain, and then I'll use 2 to pass to give a boost to Lux.
All right, Lux, or Grog.
I can go whenever. So if he's if he wants to go ahead and go, he can. If not, I can.
Grog, if you want to go, it will take you 2 maneuvers to get down. Any kind of rope or just even hanging will give you a short hop, and it'll just take you 2 maneuvers to get down.
So you can go. I mean, you can go, Lux, if you want to roll, if you want to attack.
Yeah, I can go. That's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just stay up here and we'll blast away at him. So I need to add range 1 for medium range.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is. And we'll add, what is it? Goes at blast. Yeah, we'll just add blast. So that's another 1. And it is at medium, so that is 2 setbacks. Give me just a second. I need to check the wording on my dwarf racial because I never use it. Well, I guess it'd be really easy. Is this obfuscation because of the mist, or is it darkness because of the mist?
It's obfuscation.
Okay, then it wouldn't apply anyway. So 2 setbacks. I will spend 2 maneuvers aiming, so I take 2 strain for that. Anything on your end? They don't have any range defense or anything, so do you want to spend any story points or anything?
Let me a look, make sure you guys have points. Wow, do I really have them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll upgrade it.
All right, so you use one. So 3 difficulty, 2 setback, 2 boost from the aiming, and 1 upgrade. And
Oh, look at that.
boom. So that is going to be 7 damage.
Okay.
And then we will spend 2 to activate Blast, which it is only actually no, yeah, because it's a mini group, so it'll be fine. So I increased my ranks in knowledge. I don't think I did yet. Yep, just 1 rank. So it's just Blast 1, so that's 4 blast damage. I don't know what their soak is, but other than the initial target, I think you said there was 3 in each group.
So that happens 3 times, right? So
only twice. The initial target doesn't get affected by blast.
Okay, so it happens 2 more times. So it's soak applies twice. Okay, so that's...
It's just 4 damage twice.
Yep. Okay, so that's another...
And then we will spend 2 to activate Burn. So at the start of its turn, it'll take the 4 base damage. And the last one, we will recover 1 strain, and then take 2 strain for casting a spell.
Okay.
And that's
that
it for me.
health bar is not correct. Let me fix that. That was for 6, and there were 5 players, not...
Oh, and our strain on our sheet isn't, I with how you put the tokens in here, I guess. Oh, no, there it is. It just took a minute to update. That was weird. Okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
3 to start. Okay, should look like that. Is that right? Hold on. Nope, that's fine. Let me fix something real quick. I had those tokens wrong. Okay, so that wipes out... There's burn on there for 1 round, you said?
Yep. Just 4 points of damage at the start of its turn.
All right. Cool. NPC will go, and that will wipe that group out. And we can get rid of that because nothing remains but mist. Acid. Okay. And that's that group. It burned to death. And then next NPC is this group. It will move in and it will engage Mitchell. And it will take a bite out of him. Group size is 3. Anything you guys want to do to the check? I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade. Death to Mitchell. Alright, there's an upgrade here somewhere. And Mitchell takes some damage. 4, pierce 3. It will be PC's turn next. Mitchell will take another critical. So PC's up. Rocket will take you 2 maneuvers. If you have a rope and you attach it, I'll let you attach it with 1 and then slide down the rope with another. That would give other people 1 maneuver to get down in the future.
If I put the rope down, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you attach a rope, you can do that in 1 maneuver and slide down it. That would be your second maneuver. And then other people would only need 1 to get down.
Okay. Just to ask you, what is the distance between, us and the monster?
It's in, let's see, that's medium, so it's in long.
Medium. So I need 1 maneuver to put down the rope and 1 maneuver to get down by myself. Am I right?
Right.
I would do that.
All right.
Okay.
And that will put you
and
in... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, and I will try to use argument on myself. Actually, my spell. I will try to apply haste on me.
Okay, do it.
So it's hard check, am I right? It's average and 1 difficulty for haste.
That's correct.
Okay, it's a primal. I think I'm set everything.
Excellent.
Am I?
Yep.
So okay, I'm pass.
Yeah, give me 1 sec though, because those threats. Let's look.
Okay.
Penalties when casting spells. Oh, wrong thing.
Just to spend 2.
So do we not have the magic chart as the handouts here? Is that what I'm seeing?
We have threats for magic.
See, advantage, threats, social.
Threats magic.
Huh.
What do you mean? What are you looking for? You mean like
just
all
a-
of the different spells?
No,
Yeah,
the
that's not
chart
right
of
now.
like, threats, what 3 threats are worth on a spell.
Yeah, threats magic. It's right under threats and advantages social.
I'm blind. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Hmm. All right, so you and all allied spellcasters in the encounter will add a setback to any attempts to cast spells until the controlling player's next turn for 1. And then the other 2 threats you get to choose for each one 1 wound or 2 strain.
I'd rather receive wound.
Okay.
I can receive wound.
Yeah.
Right.
So you would take 2 wounds for those. And then everyone
Okay.
has another setback on magical checks until Grog's turn, if I read that correctly.
Okay. Come on, tablet, come on.
Harpstork will use a... I did that wrong. I used a player, so give me a sec. I did a bad thing there. So use the player. Is that right? Did I fix that? Okay, here we go. Scrolling. Do you guys want to do anything to affect the check?
I think
Nope.
we're okay.
Alright, take a bite out of Vivian. She'll take some more damage. And it will be a PC's turn. She's max there. And she takes another critical. Alright, she takes a horrific injury. Brawn. So she's crippled with brawn. Alright, PC's up.
Let's go ahead and have a Grug go, because everybody has a penalty on spellcasting until the end of his turn. So,
Okay. How far now I am? On medium?
Right now, from which thing? Yeah, you're medium, because you're in the first range band, either way.
on this big thing. I mean, big creature.
Yeah, that's a long.
That's a long.
Right. Did I say medium before? I'm sorry.
No.
Everything right now, anything you could attack would be a long from you at the moment.
Okay. I will spend 2 maneuvers to get closer.
Okay. The acid won't affect
Or
you
to
unless you...
engage.
Yep, the acid will not affect you unless you start your turn there. So...
I drink that potion.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you'll use 2 maneuvers, and that should take you to somewhere around here, right?
Just give me a second. Well, yes, he's at long range. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, if I use 2 maneuvers, I will be on medium range.
That's right. It would put you into that range band right there.
Okay. I will do that, and I will spend 2 strain to keep augmenting myself. I mean, you know.
Yep. For your... Well, wait, that's 3 maneuvers. So it's a maneuver to
Yes.
do the concentrate. So you can take
sorry.
1 maneuver, and which would put you in the next range band. And then another maneuver to maintain your concentrate, and you take 2 strain.
Yeah, you're right. So well... I will drop that for now. I mean, it's okay. That's all what I do. I just spend maneuvers to get closer. I need to get closer.
Okay.
I'm melee. Okay.
You can move your token if you'd like.
Who, me?
Yeah, you would move 2 range bands.
Oh, okay. Can you please do that for me?
Yes, I can. There you go.
Thank you.
Do you like the placement? Is that good?
That is good.
Okay. Next PC is up.
Do you want to go? You want me to go, bud?
You go ahead.
Okay. We will. We'll just do the same thing at the next minion group.
Okay.
So it's pretty much going to be the exact same roll with 1 higher difficulty because I need to add another range modifier on it because they are at long range.
That's right.
And 1 more setback. Are you going to spend a point to upgrade it?
Nope.
Okie dokie, then I can
You
take
guys have
that out.
plenty.
And yeah, that should be good. Yeah, I'll go ahead and still spend 2 maneuvers. So we'll take 2 points of strain there. Do the second maneuver. And so that's only going to be 6 damage. And then we are going to spend 2 to activate Blast. So it's 6 damage and then 3 damage twice. So one shot of 6, and 2 shots of 3.
Okay, so
and then we'll spend 2 to activate Burn, so it'll take 4 at the beginning of its turn, and spend 1 to recover a strain, and then take 2 strain for casting a spell. So I just go up by a net of 1, and before it gets too late into the fight, I will use an incidental flip a story point to recover strain equal to my willpower, and I'm all done.
okay. Going for a good icon for burn. A leaf is about as good as I'm gonna get, I think. Okay. NPC's up. He sees no other anything. He's gonna bite at Vivin again. I would if I could find the correct skill. Do you guys want to do anything to the roll?
So that creature actually bites Weaven, am I right?
Yes.
Maybe we should use our story point to make it more difficult. I mean, to do something. If that creature kills her, I mean, we are.
The only thing we can do is what we're doing, and that's kill them faster.
Well, yes,
Because of
that's
how
true.
far away they are. Like, by the time we get over there with anything, I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I hope I will engage it next turn, so I will hit.
Alright, she takes another doozy. Yep. And another one. Let's see, that's vicious 2. That's 20. Wrong sheet. I'm sorry, guys. Slowing us down. Who's up next? Next PC, go ahead. Alright.
Well, Lager Shock.
I mean, he's just gonna. It's just a maneuver to get down because of the rope?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. So if I just take maneuvers, can I get into that range band, or is it one less?
Let's see. One would take you to this range band, but below. Another one would take you here.
Okay.
You'll take 2 strain with that.
Well, only if I do an action.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah. Sorry.
So that means I'm long away from that guy. Yeah, I'll hit the spawn. With one difficulty for blast.
Okay. This is actually going. Nice. So what's the damage on that?
That is going to be 11 damage.
Okay. 11. 1 second. They are gone. Oh, poof, some acid. And you'll take your choice, wounds or strain with those 2.
I'll take wound.
All right.
It's 5% remaining, so
yeah, we're
if
close,
I drop.
Huh? Did I just skip a turn? I think I did. See, Lagershek went. Yeah, I did skip a turn because Lux did fire. I took a bite while it was biting. I was doing that. Lagershek came in, so I skipped a PC turn, so 1 PC. Oh, no, that's not right at all. So this is... Okay, I know what happened. Alright. She's gonna take another bite. Sorry guys for the confusion.
No worries.
And I will use... I had that upgraded, so I'm using a point here since I find the blooming thing. Okay, she'll take another 8 and another crit. Alright, I think she's still alive, sort of. Knocked senseless and temporary lame. Alright, PC's up.
Can I try to enter in engaged?
Yeah, you can. Here, let me make some room for you.
So Okay. And when I enter engage, I will use 2 story points to activate my heroic ability.
Do it.
Mm. I may use it.
Yep, looks good.
Both, I mean.
Yep.
Okay. So now my weapon have, Pierce 2 and critical rating 2. And that is it.
Okay, go ahead and roll
That
it.
is it. Okay. It's engaged, so it's simple. Am I right? Do I get any setback or?
It's an average, no setback because you're engaged. And it's 1 upgrade to the check because it has adversary.
Oh, it's average.
Melee is always 2 difficulty.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I need to go through rules again. Well, anyway, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
No worries. Everybody learns sometime.
That would be a miss.
Oh my god. Okay.
So you've got 1 more round of heroic.
Yes.
All right, next PC.
You want to go or you want me to?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I'll go ahead and go though.
Go for it.
2 maneuvers to go there.
Yep.
And actually, I think what I'll do is, Oops. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the. There it is. I'll go ahead and try using a spell.
Okay.
So I will flip to upgrade, and it's a curse,
Ooh.
and oh, they get an upgrade because they're adversary.
Yep.
Oh yes, I just want to say to that creature, put her down, you foul creature.
Oh, I'll give it my best shot.
Is that a triumph and a despair and a threat? So
Oh, that's a bummer.
yeah, there's a failure, a triumph, and the threat. Let's see, there's only 3 of you guys. I'm not going to do that. Let me look at the chart for the despair. What would you like to spend your triumph on?
Oh man. I would like.
You can't make him a critical wound, or you'll need.
No, I need to actually
to...
hit and be doing an attack spell.
Oh yes.
Can I make it so the Hobbs rack sees me and is like, oh, that guy's a threat, so he's gonna come after me?
Yeah, you could do that. You can also have him drop Vivin. You've got some options there.
I want him to attack me.
Yep, you can do that. He moves very slowly. Okay. And for that threat, or the despair, it's funny because it missed, otherwise I would have used these others. I'm actually going to do something unusual. So you're going to take everybody's going to take setbacks on magical attacks until it's a total softball.
Well, people, I'm really sorry, but I am on 3% of battery, and my tablet will die. So I will be here, and when you just disappear, You will know what
So
happened.
the
Alright.
the threat, the despair will upgrade its next check.
Okay.
So next PC.
Alrighty, we will. You said it was 2 maneuvers to get down, right?
One maneuver down because Gurog put a rope there.
Okay, then we'll get 1 maneuver to jump down, and then 2 strain, second maneuver to move a range band. Actually, we won't take the strain. We're going to drop my action. I don't want to accidentally smack anybody that's engaged with that, and that'll be it for me.
Okay. NPC will go with an already upgraded check. Because and did that hit? Nope. So it's going to add a setback to whoever's next check. PC's up.
Okay. May I try? I mean, because my battery is
Yeah,
dying.
do it.
At last to hit him. Just 1 setback. 1 more. Come on, come on. Okay. So it's average. Okay. All is in place. Come on, hit him.
Nope.
I may miss again.
Yeah, you missed again.
Oh
This
my god.
2 setback. What are the 2 setback for?
You know, I have 1 setback for my or because I'm playing orc, you know, for
And then the setback from him. Okay, got it. Yep. What would you like to do with your 3 advantage?
my 3 advantage. I will give. Can I give success to someone?
No.
On next to.
You can give boost though. You could give the next person 3 boost. You could give a targeted person a boost and the next person a boost.
Okay. I will give next person 3 boosts.
All right.
For attack. I mean, that roll.
Next PC.
Do you mind if I go, Lux?
Go for it, bud.
All right. I will go ahead and try the same thing, because if I hit him with the paralyze, he can't attack. Oh my god.
That's a lot of threat.
So I hit with the curse. He is so it's cursed and paralyzed, so it can't take actions.
Awesome.
And I take so that's 6 threat. How do you want to do that?
You know, I'm gonna leave that up to you. Wounds or strain.
I'll take it as wounds.
And then what would you like to do with that triumph?
I'll give Lux an upgrade when he goes in to attack it.
Cool. Next PC.
My turn.
Alright, that makes it just me. Actually, I can't quite get to it because maneuver, action for a maneuver. I mean, I don't know if you want to do something else with your triumph, but I can't get into it, and with her already being down, I don't want to stack. I don't have a chance of stacking crits on her. Unless it just carries over to my next attack, just not my next turn, right? So that's
I think the triumph just goes to like the next, just because it goes to, I don't know, you guys know this better than I do.
Well, that's not a normal use of a triumph to give somebody specific an upgrade. It's normally
the next check, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll just do that. It doesn't matter.
Well, because this is where it can be. Here we go. Advantages and threats. So with a triumph, it's upgrade the difficulty of the targeted characters next. No, it is just targeted characters. Oh, targeted No,
Yeah.
because upgrade the ability of an allied character's next check, including that of the active character. No, so it's just my next check is upgraded if you want to leave it at that.
Yep.
All
That sounds
right.
good to me.
NPC will go, and he requires 2 maneuvers to move at all. He's trying to attack Lagershack. So he will move to engage, and that's it. Vivian goes with him. Actually, he can't do that because he has to disengage from Gurog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 maneuvers to disengage from Gurog.
Now, is she like wrapped? Is he like dragging her? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, he's dragging her.
Okay.
You can get him to drop her with triumphs or enough advantages, I think. There's
we
like
can
one of
just
those
kill it.
things that change the environment, one of those things. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
PC up.
I'll go ahead and go. So we'll maneuver to engage, and we're just gonna beat on him.
Uh-huh. She's not taking criticals anymore, do it. But I'll offer this to you guys. At this point, it will only be able to move to Lagershack as long as he maintains the spell. And it would just indefinitely be that, right? You guys would just beat on it till it's done. So you guys have effectively won. You can finish it off if you want, or we can end the encounter.
Oh, we can just end the encounter. That's fine.
Yep.
All right. Especially with Grog's battery, I don't even know if he's still with us.
He left Discord, I think. So
Okay.
Roll20 doesn't normally disconnect people immediately. So
Our bars are overlapped. All right. Music should kick in. The room is empty. There's looks like the dead body of perhaps an assassin, like you saw outside. It's torn in half, probably the doing of the Harbsoric. There's miscellaneous things on the ground, lots of skeletons, interestingly enough. And amongst them, you'll find some silver and some other items. But meanwhile, Vivian and Cromwell are down for the count. You can try to remove any criticals from them if you'd like, or heal them as well if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try doing revive incapacitate on both of them, just to get them up and walking.
Okay, do it.
So yeah, it's 3 difficulty because base of 1 plus 2 to revive incapacitated.
And an advantage. What would you like to do with that advantage?
Give a boost on the next person I try to incapacitate.
Yep. All right. I think according to rules we get. Well, no, you're not trying to. Wait. Are you trying to remove crits or are these just heals?
it's just revive incapacitate, which
Yeah.
just means they're incapacitated. They're no longer incapacitated.
Do we
Just
have
waking them up?
a house rule against this? Because like in the book, you could just do this indefinitely to get them up. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how magic works.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do it. You take 2 strain per cast.
I mean, yeah, you can keep trying again, but that's one of those where
No, I was gonna try. Yeah, I was gonna try the other person.
Yeah. Go for it.
This is one where a lot of people make mistakes in Genesis, and what's the failure for the roll? You take some strain.
Right.
Is there another encounter? Does that strain matter? Then it happens. Like,
Only.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Only in this it will limit the number of times you can attempt the cast. Right.
Oh yeah, but if he strains himself out, then it's my turn.
Right. We can play it out if you guys want, or we can assume with enough care they'll be conscious again. But the actual removal of crits or anything like that would be actual checks. Up to you guys. I'm okay at this point.
Well, I mean, we don't really need to remove their crits because, they can go back to town and rest and seek a healer.
Yeah.
I guess would be my opinion.
Yep.
But it's one of those things that Genesis stops functioning if you roll for everything. That we're used to D&D where it's you do a thing, you roll for a thing. Like doing a thing equals rolling the dice, and it's really, really not.
Did you want to do one more cast on, I think it was Mitchell or Shaq before we change scenes, or are you good?
Yeah, I'll just roll real quick.
Wow, flat.
Feels bad, man.
Okay, well, you have an unconscious Vivian and Mitchell. We assume, like, with enough casting and resting for you guys, eventually you'll get them up. And that leads us to our conclusion. You guys will get them up, and she's conscious, and she looks at you, and she looks at Mitchell, and she sort of checks him over. She says, "Thank you. It was foolish of me to come here, but it was all I could think of. I don't know how or what to say. Thank you. Who are you?"
We are the Shroud Seekers.
The Shard Seekers. She has kind of a confused look. Why would you help me? And I'm a Cromwell. Don't you hate us?
We don't hate anybody, lass. Just punish those that are wicked.
I see. Well, thank you. I don't really know what to say. Is Farlin okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Was there any more attacks on the school? Did they end when I left?
As far as we know, there weren't any other attacks.
Interesting. She'll answer any questions if you guys have some.
Do you know who's behind it?
My uncle, he said that they were funding a necromancer, and they were recruiting from the academy, and that they were trying to destroy the political structure of Nerekhall, to take it over. I don't
You
have
knew your
any...
uncle was a necromancer?
Faltus?
Or was working with the necromancer?
Not until after his death at your hands.
That's good, I guess.
He warned me to leave Nerekhall. And he said that I should be careful of the academy, that there was something going on there. I stubbornly stayed and started looking into things. All I really found out is that there's a group there, and they recruit. They take the best of the students. And that's perhaps where they're getting their power. I don't know. Do you guys have any... Go ahead.
Yeah, does she know ways of finding the people who are still connected with the necromancer?
The only clue I have is that it's somebody in charge in the academy. It's some of the faculty. I don't know who. There's just too many coincidences and too much control. And the best of the graduate program of Bridge, some just disappear. And I think that's the recruitment process. So surely it has to be somebody in charge of Bridge. But alas, I'm not sure who.
My friend, this is deeply disturbing, but for now, all we can do is get you back to full strength, so when the time comes, you're ready to stop this evil.
Well, I can't go back to Nerekhall. I can't trust anything there. I think perhaps I'll head to Forge. This might have been the last trace of me. Thank you again for your help. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, and I don't really have anything.
Okay. So you guys found the journal. So that's an XP for that. It was 8 base. You guys found out a little bit about Farland from Maria, so there's XP for that. You guys found his hideout. There's an XP for that. You didn't fully get the trust of him. He was compromised, so no XP there. You did destroy the rune blade, so there's XP there. Vivin is alive, and the Harpsark is destroyed. And you guys had 1 roleplay, so I think that brings you
Yep.
to 17 total. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Awesome.
The silver reward, Mitchell will make sure that his father pays, and he'll head back to Nerekhall. So it's 75 base, and then you guys find 15 per PC in the pit of the Harpsark. You guys did find a faster path to Nerekhall, so you have an extra 5 there, so that brings you up to a total of 95, and there was no successful negotiations with Headmaster, if I remember right.
No.
The items you guys would have found in the pit as well, but as it being a dream episode, you don't get to take those. And that concludes our episode.
Awesome.
Right, I'm gonna click stop.